Hello everyone and welcome to the first developer in training diary that I'm going to be making for both schoolwork and any personal projects I have. This one right here is schoolwork, and this is the first class where I'm using Unreal Engine, while previously in the last half of the program we used Unity. Full Sail gave us assets to use, including that character you see there, and I'm starting off in part 4, I believe, of the second assignment. And the previous parts, I imported the character, we gave it animations, and including running and punching, the punching being the weapon that's going to shoot a projectile. In this part, I am making the projectile and basically finding the point where I want it to shoot out. So at this point right here, I'm finding the exact moment I want the projectile to appear. So I think it's going to be in number 16. You'll see in the timeline right there I'm going to end up, although I do trace it back to 14 later. No, 17, because as you see right there I put ready to fire, and now I gotta decide the exact location, which is where the projectile will shoot out. So instead of, like, it starts out at the wrist, gotta move it in front of it and get exact. If you look on the left, you'll see near the bottom of the skeleton tree there's a shoot location. That's what I'm manipulating right now. I had to add that and manipulate it to where I want it to. Also, in these, especially these schoolwork diaries, video diaries, I'm gonna be the video will probably pause every once in a while, even though it's still running, and that's probably me reading the directions from the class. Unreal, since it's the first one, I'm obviously getting used to it. It's just starting out for me, so I don't understand a lot that's going on. I'm basically just following directions at this point. But the difference between Unity and Unreal as far as scripting goes is that while Unity does text-based scripting, where you type in everything you want to happen, Unreal uses this visual-based scripting, where it has, if you see the tabs that near the top, this is the event graph, and this is where everything goes on in the asset that you want it to happen in. Some things you can compare to Unity. I don't exactly know what yet, but it seems a lot more complicated to me, at least right now, and that's probably because, again, I'm just starting with Unity. It's very new. I didn't know how Unity started or worked when I first started that either. I still don't know fully how to script in either Unity or Unreal. But I'm getting more used to Unity right now, so it's getting a little bit easier. Very minuscule amount of easiness as I practice with it. But as you see in this one, I just made the shooting mechanic. You see the projectiles come out of the character as he punches. And what am I doing here? This is the weapon script. I think this is where let's see. I don't really remember what I'm doing here. I think it's making it so that there's a limited amount, or maybe it's just fine-tuning the projectile, like, as it spawns. I know at one point I do something where it deletes the bullets, because if you don't do a certain thing and you start just shooting those projectiles, they'll stay in the game forever. So maybe that's what I was doing there. I didn't really see it. Since I have this video sped up to 4 times, it's kind of hard to see exactly what I'm doing at some points. But there is some part that I have to do that you basically delete the projectiles as like after they get to a certain point or a certain time limit. I see here I'm fine-tuning it down to 15, and that's the end of that part. So I'm going on to 2.5, I believe, is this one. This one's split up into two. This one, you can see at the left, I create an integer, this called max ammo. This is where we set the ammo amount. So we create an integer called max ammo, and that'll set the maximum amount of ammo. And then we also just created one that's called current ammo, which will update as the character fires. We create a reload function, and we're gonna set the both max ammo and the current ammo. Oh, I know. Okay, so there's two. No, that's something else. So yeah, so reload function goes to current ammo, and max ammo gets fed into current ammo. And then we bring in that whole reload function. And this is the shoot mechanic. We're bringing in the reload current ammo into the shoot mechanic, and this will track how much ammunition the character has. Later, we make a heads-up display, a HUD, so the player can see how much ammo they have, and it's not a numbers-based HUD; it's a bar, so it just decreases as you shoot something. And this is the print string is basically the console in Unity. You'll see it on the whenever I press play again, you'll see on the top left it'll say like how much ammo you have, or the character has, and then when it goes down to 0, it'll say no ammo. And this is probably where we're making the oh no, this is something else. See, it says no ammo at the top left. Once we get all that done. And what am I doing here? Okay, so this is making the reload button. So that was creating an input called reload, where once you hit press R on the keyboard, it'll reload. So put an input action reload, get the weapon component, connect it to reload, and connect the execs. Alright, and at that point, you're able to reload. You shoot 5 bullets, can't shoot any more, it'll say no ammo, and then you hit reload. And I think at this point we're making the reload animation. So we take the asset from the bottom right called reload, and we bring it into the what's it called? The motion state machine, and connect idle to reload, and then reload to idle. We do the we do these, whatever I'm doing here in the transition rules. And I believe at this point I actually had some issues where, yeah, the reload animation wouldn't play. I did something wrong, and the reload animation wouldn't play. So at this point, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. And I know the real thing I don't like about Unreal compared to Unity is pretty easy to find out where you made a mistake. Unreal doesn't seem like you have that at all. Like every time I made a mistake, which happened about once per day at least, maybe twice. If I made a mistake, I had to go back through that whole part that I did and see what happened, and it takes up a bunch of time. And I think I just didn't check something. Like like I brought something like this where it says set is reload. I don't know if that's the exact one that I missed, but I brought something in like that, and I forgot to set to is true right there. That's probably the one. So let's see if that's the one that had the issue. I think I'm actually going back and redoing the whole thing since I had this issue. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this. I don't even know if I actually recorded the solution. The worksheets they give us don't exactly explain a lot, and they do give us videos, but they're a few months old, and they're not, to me, they're not very helpful. So I have to figure out like some things on my own, and so far I haven't resorted to using Google. I don't know if I actually put the solution in here, but I'm running out of time for this first video. So this is the first developer diary. There'll be more later, especially with the personal project, and there we go. Yeah, reloads. So I'll see you guys next time.